With over 25 Disney hotels, where you stay matters, especially when it comes to sleep. Today, we are breaking down the quietest and loudest hotel rooms in Disney World so you know exactly where to book and where to avoid. When you book a Disney World hotel, you can kind of pick different room categories. So here are some room types to keep in mind to avoid. Number one is going to be rooms facing the pools or near the lobby. These types of rooms are just going to be very loud. They're going to be busy. It's where most people are walking through the resort, next to the pool or next to the lobby. Overall, these rooms are going to be a little bit louder than the ones where you have to walk a little bit farther away from the lobby to get to. Number two is exterior hallway rooms, specifically at all the value resorts. You know, if you're going for a cheaper budget at the value resorts, this is kind of unavoidable if that is your price range, but for the grand scheme of things, anything with exterior hallway rooms where the hallways are outside of the buildings, it's going to be louder, it's going to be more noisy, it's going to have more of those youth groups that are going to be loud outside late at night, just in general. So you might want to avoid those. Number three, you also might want to avoid rooms that are close to transportation hubs, like the bus or the monorail. Again, this is just going to be a place where lots of people will gather, lots of people will visit, and just be hanging out, having fun. Anywhere that's near a bus stop, anywhere that's near the monorail, so like Grand Floridian, Polynesian, rooms that are close to the monorail station are going to be louder. They're going to be more lively. If you don't mind this, then you're good. You're fine. Last one, number four, anywhere near elevators. Because again, people are going to use the elevators. They're going to be coming and going all day long, especially in the early mornings on the way to the parks or at night coming back from the parks. So if that noise is going to bother you, you might want to avoid it. Let's get into the loudest rooms in Disney World. Starting off strong, I've already kind of given you a point on this, is the All-Star Resorts. The All-Star Resorts, there are three different ones: All-Star Movies, All-Star Sports, and All-Star Music. These are all value resorts, which means the cheapest in regards to Disney hotel levels. They are the cheapest level when it comes to Disney hotels. They offer affordable accommodations with very fun, oversized theming, big over-the-top characters, lots of statues outside, very fun atmosphere geared towards kids, or the big theming that's like in-your-face theming. That's what these hotels are going to offer, which are great for some people and not great for others. It's all about your preference. Now, the standard rooms here are compact and they may feel very basic, but they serve as a budget-friendly option for guests. Now, we always like to say if you're staying in an all-star, staying at a value resort, you pretty much are there to sleep and then get back up and go to the parks again in the morning. If you are someone who won't spend a lot of time in your hotel, value is where to go because it is the cheapest. The noise level is going to be pretty loud, okay? Just know that going in. These resorts also have exterior hallways, massive crowds, and again, the youth groups, the cheer squads, the athletic teams that are there for a competition, the dance teams, they're all going to be at the All-Stars, okay? All of these groups will be kind of loud at night, late into the evening, and even the early morning because sometimes they get up and practice before they go to competition. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons of the All-Stars. Pro, they are very budget friendly. If you are sticking to your budget and you want a cheaper Disney-owned hotel, these are the hotels for you. Again, plenty of theming and fun for kids. If your child has a favorite movie with a big character, and that could be really fun for you and your family. They also have really good bus transportation, which is a great perk of a Disney hotel. Now let's talk about the cons. Again, exterior hallways, exterior corridors means more noise entering and exiting hotel rooms. It's going to have big groups, and busy walkways are going to be common. These hotels might feel a little bit crowded just because of everyone who's staying here. It will be harder to escape the pool and lobby noise, especially if your hotel room is right next to the pool or the lobby. It's going to be unavoidable. These resorts do have thin walls and it is a smaller room size, so you might be able to hear the people in the room next to you. They also don't have the most resort amenities when it comes to Disney hotels in general. Again, they're value resorts. They're going to be bottom of the totem pole. But like with any AllEars video, I'm going to give you tips on, even if you're staying at a value resort at the All-Stars, where are you going to find the quieter rooms? Let me tell you. First, you can request a courtyard or a parking lot view room, avoiding the pool. So if you request courtyard or parking lot view, which parking lot view doesn't sound great on paper, but it gets you away from the pool, away from the noise. You can also ask to be in a section far away from the main pool or lobby. For example, All-Star Movies, you may request to stay in the Love Bug or the Mighty Ducks area. They have a quiet pool. They are furthest away from the main pool. This means you'll be farthest from the lobby and the other amenities, but it'll be quiet. Now, here's the big tip for All Stars. Do not select preferred room because that will make you closest to the lobby, which will be the loudest. You're gonna have to give and take. Do you want to be closer to the lobby or do you want it to be quieter? You're gonna have to pick because you can't have both. Our next loudest resort, it's another value resort, and that is Pop Century. Pop Century is one of Disney's most popular value resorts thanks to its location and the Disney Skyliner. It celebrates pop culture from the 1950s through the 1990s with oversized icons like yo-yos, Rubik's Cubes, and giant cell phones. Now, the recently renovated rooms feel modern but remain compact with Murphy beds to save space. It does have exterior hallways and very high guest capacity, so that means levels are pretty loud throughout the day and night. And again, rooms near the main hippy-dippy pool are notoriously noisy as music and splashing will echo off the surrounding buildings. Now, let's talk about pros and cons. Pros, the Skyliner access to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. The Skyliner is a major game changer for this hotel. It is a great perk. It's also affordable for its location. It is a value resort, which means it's the cheaper option in regards to Disney hotels, but the location is great. It's very close to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, two main parks. And again, you have multiple modes of transportation. Last pro is fun and playful theming. Your kids might not understand everything that this hotel has to offer in the theming, but you get it, and it's very fun, and it's playful, and it's bright, colorful, over the top, characters everywhere again, so fun in-your-face theming. Now the cons here, they're gonna be pretty similar to the All-Star resorts. Number one, pool-facing rooms can be extremely noisy. This resort also has exterior hallways, which amplify the sound from people walking in the hallways. There's gonna be constant foot traffic just around the resort in general, but especially near the main pool and lobby area. The rooms are compact. They're gonna be smaller because again, this is one of the cheapest hotel rooms in Disney World. This is a good option if you're just laying your head to sleep and then you're getting back up and going to the parks again. And our last con, it can be a very long walk from the farthest room. So depending on which room you get put into, it can be a long walk to get to the lobby, to get to the buses, or to get to the other side of the resort with the Skyliner. Just depends on which room you get. But now, how do we find the quieter rooms? It's very similar to the All-Star resorts again. Pop Century preferred rooms and standard rooms have a view of courtyard or landscaping. Do not select preferred pool view or standard pool view if you want quiet. Anything with the pools, not gonna be quiet. You can also, at this resort, request a certain section. So for example, the 90s section is the farthest from the main pool, and it has a quiet pool. So if that's more your style, hang out in the 90s. All right, this next one on the list might surprise you because we are talking about a deluxe resort, and that is the Contemporary Resort. Disney's Contemporary Resort is a modern hotel known for its iconic A-frame structure and monorail running through the building. Here they have incredible themed rooms. You get it? Yeah. Incredible themed rooms that are spacious compared to a lot of others. The open interior design allows sound from the monorail, lobby, and restaurants to travel more easily than at other deluxe resorts. So, while you might think deluxe, fancy, expensive option must be quiet all the time, wrong. And I'm gonna tell you which rooms are the loudest. Think about being in a room that's right above Chef Mickey's. You could hear everything going on at that restaurant, okay? They're singing, they're dancing, they're twirling their napkins around loudly. So yeah, I'm sure you can hear that. When you're in that main section, the A-frame, it's gonna be pretty loud, unless you're way up at the top. Pros for Disney's Contemporary Resort. Number one, it's walking distance to Magic Kingdom. You can walk there, you can take the monorail there, but you are right there next to Magic Kingdom, which is beautiful and amazing, and lucky you. Again, monorail access, another great pro. Just hop on that monorail to go to any of the other monorail resorts or Magic Kingdom. This resort does offer stunning views and very popular dining, and it's all right there for you to easily just walk downstairs, go eat at Chef Mickey's, go have a nice little lounge moment at Steakhouse 71, or head up to the top for California Grill. Sounds wonderful. The architecture is beautiful. It is very stunning. It's not the most modern now, when looking at it, but at the time when it was built, it was very historic, it was very iconic, and it set the tone for future Disney hotels. And again, this is a deluxe resort, so it's got a wide range of amenities. It's got great restaurants, it's got fun lounges, multiple I might add. There are multiple pools. You are right next to the marina where you could hop on a boat. Lots of pros to this hotel, but there are also some cons. The monorail noise inside the main building can get very, very loud, and the monorail goes for a long time, even after the parks are closed, to get everybody out. The lobby and dining are going to be very busy. It's going to create more noise all throughout the resort. With this hotel specifically, there's kind of two lobbies, if you think about it, because there's the lobby on the main floor, which is going to be busy. There's also the fourth floor that kind of acts like a second lobby because a lot of the stuff is up there. So all around this hotel is going to be busy. It's going to be crowded. It's going to be noisy because everyone wants to hang out there, even if they're not staying. Also, this goes without saying, one of the cons, it's very expensive. Very, very expensive. Like, I don't even want to say how expensive. It's expensive. Also, we've talked about this anytime we are comparing hotels. You can check out our latest hotel ranking video. These rooms can feel disappointing for the price that you're paying. We go into it in more depth in that video, so definitely go check it out. But for the price you are paying, you kind of expect the rooms to be a little bit better than they are. There are quiet rooms at this resort, and I will tell you how to find them. You can request a room on one of the higher floors to reduce noise from the monorail and all of the dining. So the higher up you go, the less noise you'll hear. But to avoid the noise entirely, you can book a room at Bay Lake Tower, which is right next door to the Contemporary, but it's not the main building. There's more options. You can get a room over there, and they've got another pool and other amenities and all of that. So you can head on over there, which is just a little walk right next door to the main building. Adding on to that, the Bay Lake Tower is a DVC resort. DVC is Disney's Vacation Club, which is like a timeshare program. You do not have to be DVC to stay there, but it is more expensive if you're not. You can rent points from DVC owners, so you can stay there. You don't have to be DVC. Just know this whole entire resort, expensive. Our final loudest room, I think, is going to surprise you. I know, I hate that I'm saying this, but it is Disney's Boardwalk. Disney's Boardwalk Inn is a deluxe resort inspired by the charm of Atlantic City's early 1900s boardwalks. During the day, it feels elegant and relaxed, and at night, it completely transforms into one of the liveliest areas on Disney property, with street performers, bars, restaurants, and nightlife right outside of your hotel room. Now, because of all this live entertainment, which we do agree is important, this means that the boardwalk facing rooms are some of the noisiest deluxe rooms at all of Disney World. The music, the crowds, and the late night activity carry directly into these rooms, and thin walls are a frequent guest complaint here at Disney's Boardwalk. Pros for Disney's Boardwalk. You can walk to both Epcot and Hollywood Studios. They are so close, you could walk if you want. You could also take a boat. There's incredible nightlife and dining right there, right outside of your hotel room. There are so many restaurants right on the boardwalk. You could walk across the lake to Beach and Yacht Club, which have more restaurants and lounges to offer. So there's everything right there at your fingertips. I can't get into it, but the boardwalk is prime location in Disney World. The pool is a hit with kids. It is very fun. It's got a really cool slide that isn't scary anymore because it used to be painted like a clown. And they got rid of it, thank goodness. So it's a lot more kid-friendly now than it used to be. But just note it is undergoing a couple renovations in 2026. The cons. I hate to say this, I love you, Boardwalk. You're my favorite resort in all of Disney World, but every single resort does come with cons. So for the Boardwalk, again, thin walls. This is quite a frequent complaint from people who stay at the Boardwalk. I don't know why. The walls are very thin. The boardwalk facing rooms, which is honestly my dream hotel room to stay in. Just once in my life for one night, that's all I want. I would just sit there on that balcony the whole night. However, even though they're a dream of mine, they are some of the most expensive, yet most prone to outside noise rooms in Disney World. And I know that going into it. It's going to be a big con for some people because you think, oh, this is beautiful. It's going to be right there on the boardwalk. This is going to be lovely. And we're just going to sit and people watch. And then it becomes nighttime and you're trying to sleep and everybody's having a big party downstairs and it'll ruin your sleep. You know, The resort can also feel chaotic and crowded during festival seasons like Food and Wine, because everybody's eating at Epcot and then they're going to walk over and want to continue the party, and the party does continue at the boardwalk. Also, for some people, the theming can feel a little outdated. So if theming is big for you, you might not love this one. And finally, how do you find the quieter rooms? Well, I'll tell you. You should opt for a resort view, which will give you a view of the gardens, leisure pool, or the parking lot. All right, we've made it through the loudest rooms in Disney World. Let's get to the quietest rooms. Disney's Fort Wilderness is a massive 750-acre wilderness preserve that feels miles away from the theme parks, despite being a boat ride away from Magic Kingdom. Here you can find standalone cabins with full kitchens, patios, and plenty of space between neighbors. These rooms are very quiet. You're not sharing walls. There are trees in between each cabin and quite a bit of distance. So that does all the soundproofing you might need. Pros for the cabins: excellent noise isolation. You really will feel like you're in the middle of the woods, because you kind of are. They are private and there's a peaceful atmosphere. If you're not an outdoorsy person, you might not get it, but just waking up, making breakfast in your kitchen, and sitting on the little picnic table outside, just enjoying the sounds of nature, there's nothing quite like it. It's got lots of space for a lower price, I might add. You're gonna feel a lot more spread out than you would in a little hotel room. This is also great for larger parties. So if you're going with a group of friends, this might be a good option for you. Now the cons. Now, Fort Wilderness does have an internal bus system, and it's one of the harder ones to navigate. It is very easy to get lost here, and you can't figure out which bus you're supposed to be on, and then you hop on the wrong bus and you're going in the wrong direction. It can happen to you. Not that I know from experience. This is also a less traditional hotel experience, so for some people, this sounds like an absolute nightmare, and that's okay. It might not be for you. Sage would say that this is not for him, but we all know that he would love it if we get him in a cabin. We just need to get him in a cabin. There are less amenities here at this hotel compared to deluxe resorts, so if amenities are the name of your game, you might not want to book this hotel. It's also very spread out. Again, that internal bus system, when we say internal bus system, usually for other resorts, it just means you have to wait a stop or two to be dropped off to get to like your section of the hotel. Fort Wilderness is different. You have to take multiple buses to get different places in the resort. Like if you're trying to go to Hoop-De-Doo, you're gonna have to take one bus. But if you're trying to get to the front, to get on a bus to go to Hollywood Studios, you're gonna have to take a different one. So like you really have to look at the map and figure out where you're going. It's fine, we've all been lost at Fort Wilderness. It's fine. Next hotel on the list for quietest rooms is Port Orleans Riverside. This resort is themed after the rural bayous and stately mansions of Louisiana. It's often cited as the most tranquil and peaceful, moderate resort on property due to its massive, sprawling footprint. The resort is split into two distinct sections: Alligator Bayou, which is more rustic lodges in the woods, and Magnolia Bend, which is more grand manor houses. Now, because the buildings are so spread out, the hustle and bustle of the lobby is far removed from most of the rooms at this hotel. It also features 5 quiet pools tucked away in the residential areas, which stay much calmer than the main Old Man Island pool. Pros for Riverside. They do offer 5th sleeper rooms for larger families in the Alligator Bayou section. So for families of say 5 or so, these 5th sleeper rooms are going to be a really great option for you. It's got a nice little pull-out bed. It's got a cute little alligator on it, most likely. Kind of Princess Tiana themed a little bit. Those are going to be a great option for larger families. They do have recently renovated rooms themed to Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Very slight, subtle theming. So if that's kind of your vibe, then you might want to stay here. There's also very relaxing boat transportation to Disney Springs. Have a fun day full of shopping and dining, and that just gives you more access to even more Disney restaurants on your vacation. This resort is also a very good value for the price. It is a moderate resort, which means not the cheapest, but not the most expensive, but you are getting a lot of great amenities for that price. And it truly is a really good value. Now the cons. A lot of this resort is undergoing construction this year, so just be sure to check the dates before you book, just to know that, again, while right now they might be the quietest rooms in Disney World, if there's construction going on right next to your room, it won't be quiet. Also, the massive size means a lot of walking. It could be a long walk from your room to the lobby or to a bus stop. But again, another con, multiple internal bus stops can make the commute to the parks feel longer than normal. Now, this hotel does have exterior hallways, so that means you might still hear the occasional rolling suitcase outside your window. Final con is lack of amenities, but in terms of transportation. So there's only buses at this resort, and you can take a boat to Disney Springs. But the only way to get to the parks is through the buses, which some people can see as a pretty big con. Next up on our list, Saratoga Springs Resort. Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort offers a tranquil setting with a Victorian theme inspired by upstate New York. Now, there are no massive central towers, meaning foot traffic is divided across many different areas. Most rooms face golf courses, gardens, or the lake, rather than high traffic walkways, making it a very much quieter hotel. Pros for Saratoga Springs: it's very relaxing. It's a mature atmosphere. There are nice, tranquil gardens. There are not a lot of families staying there usually. All in all, it's going to be a lot more relaxing than a lot of other Disney resorts. It is walking distance or a boat ride to Disney Springs, so giving you more restaurant options for each night of your vacation. It also has a very excellent spa and multiple quiet pools. If you want to have a nice relaxing resort day with a spa included, and you don't want to have to drive to another hotel to go to that spa, Saratoga Springs, it's right there for you. And of course, we got to talk about the cons. This resort is huge and can be very confusing. It is very easy to accidentally get lost in the golf course. No comment. Next, the Victorian theme can feel kind of bland compared to other options. So this is not going to be the resort that I recommend for your little kiddos in regards to theme, because you might not even notice the theme. Once again, a deluxe resort, which means most expensive out of Disney World. You're gonna have to fork over some major cash for this one. It also does have longer transportation times when waiting for the buses to get to the parks. Next up on the list, Animal Kingdom Lodge. This is a deluxe resort, and Animal Kingdom Lodge brings the African savanna to Florida, housing hundreds of exotic animals across 4 lush savannas. Now, most rooms, like Savannah View, will face outward towards the animals, where the only sounds you'll hear are the occasional bird call or the rustle of a giraffe grazing right outside your window. I actually have a personal stay coming up that I've booked at Animal Kingdom Lodge with a Savannah View, and I am so excited. I've never stayed in a Savannah View room before, and I hope I just hear a giraffe grazing out my window. On top of that, the rooms right off the lobby will probably be a little bit louder than that with, the hustle and bustle of a Disney World lobby. Pros of Animal Kingdom Lodge: you can have a Savannah View with live animals right outside your window. You can sit on your balcony, drink your morning coffee, and just watch all the animals do their thing. Do I need to say anything else? No. Also has a peaceful and immersive atmosphere. You kind of forget you're in Florida for a minute because the theming is just so, como se dice, how immersive. This resort also has exceptional dining. All the restaurants here at this resort are phenomenal. They're all worth checking out. You will not be disappointed. You've got Sanaa, you've got Jiko, you've got Boma. They're all fantastic. Go treat yourself to a nice meal. You'll thank me later. Now the cons. You will most likely have longer bus rides to get to the parks just because it's a little bit farther away. It's nothing too terrible. This resort does also kind of have a remote location. Again, it's a little bit farther away than everything else. It's going to take a little bit longer to get from place to place. You are going to feel kind of out there on the outskirts of Disney World. And again, it's a deluxe resort. I have to say it. It's expensive. It's expensive, and I know that. So this is maybe not your every year kind of resort. This is maybe a treat yourself, nice celebration, anniversary kind of resort stay. Now, our last resort on this list for the quietest rooms, Old Key West. Yes, the original Disney Vacation Club property, themed after a breezy, tropical Florida Keys escape. This resort is very large and spread out, so foot traffic is very minimal near the individual buildings. Now, the pros of Old Key West. Old Key West has some of the largest rooms and villas on Disney property. So if you're looking for a big room and you're willing to spend a little bit more, probably worth it for you because these rooms are huge. It is very peaceful. There's nice lush landscaping and relaxing boat rides to Disney Springs. Who doesn't love a boat ride? Also, if you are driving, the parking is often right outside your door, making it feel like a private home or Airbnb of some sort. Yes, and the cons. Most buildings do not have elevators. Keep that in mind. If you need an elevator, you might not want to book at this hotel. It also can feel really big, almost too big, if you are far from the main lobby. You can get lost at this hotel. And there's very limited on-site dining compared to other deluxe resorts. You don't stay at Key West for the dining. You stay so that you can hop on a boat and go to Disney Springs, and that's where you eat. There is Olivia's Cafe at Old Key West, but other than that, nothing. I mean, there's the walk-up counter, but if you're trying to treat yourself to a nice meal at your Disney hotel, it's not going to be Old Key West. And finally, I gotta bring it up, but it is expensive. It is a deluxe resort. It's DVC. It's got villas. It's gonna be a lot of money. But if you know that going into it, it's fine. Now, before I reveal our secrets on how to get the quietest rooms in Disney World, I want to give you a little extra something, just to show my appreciation. Now, we've been talking loud rooms, quiet rooms, and everything in between. But if you want the full scoop on the best places to stay in Disney World, you need our free guide to the top 10 hotels. It is packed with insider tips to help you choose the right resort for your vibe, because everybody has different vibes. You can scan the QR code you see right here on the screen or head to AllEars.net/hotels to grab it. And did I mention it's free? Here's the big tips for this video. How to request a quiet room. Here are the things that you can do to improve your chances. Number 1, request an upper floor. Like I mentioned with the Contemporary, the higher up you go, the less noise you will hear. Number 2, you can ask to be away from pools, elevators, and transportation. This, in general, is going to get you away from the louder crowds. Number 3, avoid exterior hallways when possible. Again, you can request this. Number 4, you can also call Disney 1 to 2 days before your arrival to confirm requests politely and on the phone. So you could just call them and say, hey, I'd like to request to be away from the pools if possible, but key word, politely. And just all in all, you need to know that nothing is guaranteed. Disney will try their best to accommodate you. If you do it politely, they will be more inclined to help you. But also, my other pro tip to get the room that you request is checking in at the desk in person. I know you can do mobile check-in from your phone, which is very nice and convenient, but you are more likely to get approved the request that you wanted if you go in person and actually talk to a cast member face to face. Cast members love helping people out. They love helping to make the magic where they can. So if you are nice in person and just request something, the cast member will pull it up, look at the computer, and see all the rooms that are available right now. And they're gonna go, this one is the farthest away from a pool. Let me put you in this one instead of the one that the computer is automatically gonna just put you in. So if you go in person and you're very nice and friendly and chat with the cast member about like maybe why you're there, and you're like, oh, we're here for a Run Disney half marathon. She's like, oh, that's so exciting. All in all, it's a more magical experience and encounter with a cast member, and they will try to help you. And there we go. That is today's video. If you made it this far, be sure to put this secret phrase in the comments so that I know you stayed and watched the whole thing. And be sure to like and subscribe. We upload games, tips, reviews, and more from Disney World and beyond all week because we are serious about fun. Thanks for watching. See you next time.